Hey guys, let's take a look at the markets. Let's first take a look at the Dow. So here is the Dow here. Dow had a nice day up today, 278 points for the day. We've been looking at this area of resistance. So this yellow lines here is resistance. So price is looking to break this resistance. So the Dow had a nice day. Hopefully we can get some follow through. Okay, hopefully we can get some follow through tomorrow and move higher, get past this resistance right here. It does have a buy signal, so that's really good. Okay, and remember, the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq are barometers for the entire stock market. So as those indexes go up, so will the majority of stocks. Okay, so including sectors, by the way. So here's the S&P here. Here's the resistance area right here, and price has been getting right above this resistance. So had a nice day today. So hopefully we can, S&P can keep moving higher. We had a buy signal all the way down there. So buy signal right at 4,200 and change, and right now the S&P is at 4,400 and change. Okay, so it's moving higher nicely. Nice upward trend. Is perfect. That's what we want to see. So this is in the reaccumulation phase. Okay, so prices keeps moving higher. The Nasdaq, we've got tight consolidation in here, so not a lot of big movements. Okay, right in this area here for the Nasdaq, we do not have a buy signal. Our last signal was a sell signal, and since then price has consolidated right in this area here. The hope is that we can get above this resistance, yellow resistance line, get a buy signal. If it breaks through, we'll get a buy signal right in this area in here, and then that could Nasdaq can move higher like the S&P and the Dow, the other indexes. If we can get all three moving higher, that's great for stocks. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Remember, we got a buy signal on the 240-minute time frame to get in Bitcoin, and then we got a buy signal on the daily time frame right around 41,000. Bitcoin is not at a critical point yet. The critical point is support, which was previous resistance. Okay, so previous resistance was this purple line. So now it becomes support. So right in here is support. What we need to see Bitcoin do is hold this support. Okay, hold this support right in here. We need to keep green candles. So we want to see green candles. It has retraced. But what we'd like to see is that it bounce back and keep moving higher. If it fails and price gets below this support line in here, this purple support line right in here, then that's a critical point for Bitcoin. We'll get white candles and red candles, and then basically have to close the trade, have to get a sell signal. If for whatever reason, if price does not move higher and we get a sell signal, then that's not good for Bitcoin, because what might happen is this, guys, that Bitcoin could actually go back down and retest the 30,000 support. Okay, so we definitely don't want to see that happen. But if it does, that's not good for Bitcoin. Okay, that means that the buyers have definitely lost and the sellers are back in, and they might come in very, very strong. Okay, so keep an eye on Bitcoin. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at the dollar index. As you guys know, we closed our dollar positions because we got a sell signal on the dollar index. Okay, a lot of the dollar pairs will follow the DXY, the dollar index right here. Okay, so in the last 4 days we've had white consolidating candles, so not a lot of movement in the dollar index on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, same thing. Okay, same thing here. Let's take a look at Monster Scalper. Okay, not a lot of movement, guys. If you notice, right, these were all blue before, right? So these were all blue, which meant that the dollar pairs, all the dollar pairs in here were moving higher. Now we've somewhat mixed. So we've got a lot of the pairs that are down now, and we've got new down. So that means they just started to go down. Okay, so not a lot of confirmation. All these pairs we want to be up, right? If we're going trading them up, we want to be up. Right now it's mixed. These are mixed in here. These are mixed. So not a lot of, the only area where we might get some opportunities, but they're not ready yet, are the pound pairs. Okay, so I know you guys want to trade. It's hard to sit back and not trade. If you just have to trade, you might want to do it on the 30-minute or the 60-minute time frame, but just be very, very careful. Okay, we right now we want to be waiting for Forex to develop and show us the next move. Okay, so not a lot of movement right now in the dollar pairs. Those pairs are going down, so against our upward trend. Okay, so be very, very, very careful. All right, let's take a look at Stock Boss. So in Stock Boss, we're not getting a lot of opportunities in Heat Seeker for Stock Boss. And normally when that happens, there's a couple of things. Either price, the market is on an all-time high right now, so a lot of the cheaper stocks have moved up out of our price range. Okay, and I think that's what's happening right now. Usually there's two scenarios for Heat Seeker to slow down with opportunities. The first is that the market is slowing down, so we'll get fewer stocks. But the reverse is happening now, where there are more. The market is moving higher, but we're getting fewer stocks in Stock Boss. So if you remember, with Stock Boss, we trade stocks that are $6 and under. So what this is telling me, that a lot of the cheaper stocks have moved up, right? So they've moved up, so they are out of our $6 range for Stock Boss. But there's still opportunities, so keep looking at your opportunities every day when Heat Seeker runs at 4:30, like right here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now your Heat Seekers will change. Either your Heat Seeker for Stock Boss, Bullmaster, or Monster ETF. They can change pretty quickly. All right, let's take a look at Bullmaster. A lot different in Bullmaster. We've got a lot more opportunities in Bullmaster, and as you know, we trade stocks that are $10 and higher. So we trade a lot more stocks in this system right here. A lot more expensive stocks. So a lot of the large cap stocks. So a lot of opportunities in Bullmaster. All right. Monster ETF, we're starting to see some opportunities in Monster ETF. So remember, with Monster ETF, we do a lot of the commodities, bonds, a lot of the international stocks, okay, that are built into these ETFs. Okay, so if you look here, let's see, India is right here. All right, Europe is right here. So we don't have a lot of traders trading the Monster ETF, but as things move along, as the markets move, we might see a lot more opportunities in commodities. Okay, so commodities are starting to make a move, so we'll start to see a lot more opportunities in Monster ETF. Okay, as far as the sectors, let's take a look at the sectors in here. The top sector right now is definitely technology. That's been the top one. So technology is right here. But any of these in here are pretty good sectors to trade, as long as they're up. As long as they're up and moving higher. But by far the number one right now is technology. Okay.